Hello again, everyone. Welcome back. Well, today I am back from a nice little trip to Cancun. Be sure to look at my blog post on the trip and the extensive pictures and information on the La Casa del Cabana there in Cancun. Big thank you to David for showing us such a good time. We always have a good time when we're in Cancun with David, the owner. Check that out and you'll get a list of all the shops he owns in Mexico. Now today we are reviewing the newest cigar from Altadas, the Henry Clay Stalk Cut. And here it is. This is the Toro 6x54. Stalk cut is a way of harvesting the tobacco rather than leaf by leaf. They cut the entire stalk and hang it in the curing barns. The thought process there is it retains more of the moisture longer and yields to a richer and more flavorful leaf. Now this cigar uses a dark Connecticut broadleaf 2012 wrapper, Dominican Piloto Vintage 2010 binder, and Dominican Olar Vintage 2012 filler, along with Dominican Piloto Vintage 2012 and Nicaraguan Criollo Vintage 2013. There is the density. If you notice, it's an unfinished foot. So without further ado, let's get right to it. You notice it's a little bit of a box press there also. Nice sharp edges and an oily wrapper. So let's get right to it. The new Henry Clay Stalk Cut Toro. Actually, it does have a nice shine to the wrapper if you notice. It's got a nice feel, nice dense feel in the hand also. Oh yeah, that's a good draw there. The first notes that I'm getting, I would call a sweet blackberry with brown sugar and cream. Sweet cream and some dark coffee notes. And that's sort of what I interpret as the first flavors. Good bit of sweetness there, and sort of it has some dark noted characteristics to the flavors. So before I say anything else, I'm going to let it settle down for a minute and let's just see where we go from here. Well, I'm about an inch in, something like that. And the notes are about like I described, but we're going to have additional flavors now. I'm getting just a very touch of a orange citrus note mixing with that blackberry. There is some buttery cream now. It's a butteriness, quite a bit of brown sugar. For a while there, I thought we were going toward molasses, but I was going to stick with my initial assessment and these additional flavors. The pepper is more or less a white pepper at about a 7.5. The finish has a lot of characteristics of those blackberry notes, even on the finish, and a lot of sweetness, some lingering white pepper. Let's call it blackberry and cream because I'm getting both, along with some nice lingering white pepper. Not an overabundance, but you get some. Cigar is what you would call a round medium, really, right now. So let's see if that improves or changes. But those are your flavors. There's quite a bit of sweetness on both ends, actually, but the front end is what you're going to get initially. A lot of sweetness. And you get again, you get the feel this is a dark noted cigar. Somewhat is. Well, I'm right at the midpoint, right at the band, and as you can see from the time, you're going to get a nice burn time out of this cigar. Now your flavor notes, nothing has changed, but you get more of the citrus notes and more of the buttery notes. All the flavors are the same. Just a little more concentration of those two noticed in the last few minutes. Cigar is still what I would call a medium-bodied cigar, and that's about it. It's slowly moving up the scale. I can tell it's getting toward the medium to full range, but I really can't give it that yet. So with that said, that's where we are at the midpoint. Well, we're down to the end, so let's wrap it up. As you can see from the time, you're going to get a nice burn time out of this cigar. Very long, almost an hour and 45 minutes. Actually, it will be over that by the time I actually get through. The flavor notes. Things have changed from the midpoint to now. Really started happening in the final third. The pepper has changed over to a black pepper. The blackberry notes and the citrus notes, I still pick them out. They're almost overshadowed by the massive amount of brown sugar, but those other two notes, some of you may get a very sweet cedar, and I can see how they could combine to taste like that. The buttery notes really came out. The coffee notes really came out. The finish is probably unchanged. The cigar has gradually moved to the medium to full range, and that's about it, unless I think of something else here to report. But the cigar has really been good from start to finish. Can I say I'm surprised? Henry Clay has been around for a long time. Altadas has always had it. It's never been a huge cigar for them, but this version really hit the mark. It's really a good cigar, priced at about $8 to $8.50 for the various sizes. There are 3 sizes. You can check those on the blog. But this has been a surprisingly good cigar. I really don't have anything negative to say about it, except I would have liked for the strength to have been there earlier than the final third. That's about when the medium to full kicked in. So all in all, it's been a very good cigar, and I've enjoyed it quite a bit. The burn has been fantastic, and the draw was great, as we reported right away. So for me, this is a 93. A surprisingly good 93 cigar, Henry Clay Stalk Cut. Very good flavors, lots of good flavors, and I like them all. So price point's good. I'd say we have probably a winner here. You need to look for these anywhere it sells Altada cigars, which is just about everywhere. So that'll wrap it up. The Henry Clay Stalk Cut Toro 93.